During the NFL offseason in 2025, the leadership of the Steelers is putting an interesting strategy into practice. In this context, I will discuss what is being done and the advantages of this approach, both in the short and long term for the Pittsburgh team. Before continuing, if you value the work being done, feel free to show your support. Although there have been some notable mistakes, the general manager has made several correct decisions for the franchise. One of the main missteps was failing to bring in a promising player before the start of the 2024 campaign, but his contribution to the team in Pittsburgh has been significant, and I am a strong supporter of his administration. The ongoing strategy involves accumulating compensatory draft picks for the 2026 draft by utilizing a specific approach in this year's free agency. Compensatory picks are awarded when free agent players leave the team, resulting in picks for the following draft, provided these players meet certain criteria, such as performance and market value. The clever maneuver involves allowing all players eligible for compensatory picks to leave the team as free agents, thus acquiring those picks for 2026. To ensure this strategy works smoothly according to the compensatory formula, the team is focusing on signing players who do not affect this formula. For example, the team is expected to receive several compensatory picks in the upcoming draft, scheduled to take place in Pittsburgh, including players like Dan Moore Jr., who moved to another team with a significant contract, resulting in a third-round pick. Justin Fields, upon leaving his rookie contract, secured a fourth-round pick, especially after signing a new contract. Another case is Russell Wilson, whose departure will provide a fifth-round pick, while James Daniels will yield a sixth-round pick. With the departure of these players, the team will have an additional pick in each of the rounds between the 3rd and 6th in the 2026 draft, in addition to the picks already acquired. When examining the situation of the quarterbacks, we see that the team brought in Russell Wilson and also traded for Justin Fields. Now, with the confirmation of a compensatory pick, they effectively got Justin Fields and a valuable pick for a relatively low cost, which is only a sixth-round pick sent to another team. This represents a remarkable return in terms of value. They brought in a player with great potential, but unfortunately, he failed to deliver the expected performance in his starting appearances. However, the trade of picks was a smart move, demonstrating negotiation skill, with the possibility of having Justin Fields as a potential quarterback for the future. The organization had anticipated that the chance to start would prove he was the long-term answer for them. Nonetheless, they are essentially trading a fourth-round selection for a sixth-round one. This is a smart strategy from a key figure, as the ideal outcome would have been securing a franchise quarterback. While that didn't happen, the deal still had positive aspects, especially by obtaining that fourth-round pick, given that the quarterback is now with another franchise. Regarding another player's situation, signing him and subsequently letting him go this offseason was a notable move. If he achieves his incentives with his new team this year and earns over $20 million, the organization will receive an additional third-round compensatory selection in the 2026 draft next offseason. Currently, only $10.5 million is guaranteed in his contract, requiring him to be the starter throughout the season while hitting a specific win total to reach the $20 million milestone. However, the organization is guaranteed at least a fifth-round selection in return. If he meets the $20 million target next year with his new team, that pick could upgrade to a third-round selection. There's a chance to acquire 2 third-round compensatory picks the following year for players entering free agency this offseason. The compensatory picks, including the guaranteed fourth-round pick from the earlier trade and either the fifth or third-round pick from the latest transaction, underline the strategic choices made in pursuing both quarterbacks last year. Bringing in 2 quarterbacks offers crucial opportunities, particularly since one was acquired at the veteran minimum. Parting ways with a previous player, who was not expected to be the long-term answer at quarterback, was a wise choice. He had not shown adequate potential over the past 2 years, making it a fitting decision, especially with the team aiming for success. Transitioning from a past quarterback who was never positioned to be a long-term solution was entirely logical. He had not proven enough over 2 years, and with the team in a win-now mindset, switching to a veteran quarterback matched the head coach's vision. It is believed that if more support had been provided to him near the season's conclusion, he might still be the starting quarterback. Bringing him back would have seemed like a clear option. Unfortunately, circumstances didn't play out that way, and both players left this year. However, the organization stands to gain compensatory picks, making the pursuit of those two quarterbacks of the 2024 season seem worth it in retrospect. Conversely, the players added this offseason do not influence the compensatory pick calculations. If the team had been signing prominent free agents from other organizations, that would alter the calculations and eliminate any prospect of acquiring additional draft picks in 2026. A new player was obtained via trade, meaning he does not affect the compensatory pick formula for that year. Another player, released by his previous team, is a valuable addition as they adopt a win-now approach, particularly in his final career year. He remains a capable player and will be an outstanding mentor for emerging talent. This move also does not impact the compensatory pick assessments. Moreover, the scenario involving another quarterback who was let go by his former team similarly does not alter the compensatory pick calculations. Consequently, the organization is positioned to secure those 4 compensatory picks in the 2026 NFL Draft. This context sheds light on why they have not been making bolder moves during the offseason, clarifying the choice not to sign specific players or pursue other significant actions, as they are strategically managing their roster and future selections. I believe this is the reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers have not been making more impactful moves. This justifies the decision not to sign athletes like Mike Hilton or Asani Samuel Jr. They seem to be conserving the free agents they are bringing in this offseason, avoiding those who could affect their compensatory pick formula. The organization is clearly focused on securing those additional draft picks for the next offseason, especially if the experience with this year's quarterback doesn't develop as expected. It would be interesting to hear your opinions in the comments section. Does the situation with compensatory picks change your perspective on acquiring a quarterback? The arrival of a veteran does not affect the compensatory pick formula, but maintains the strategy of winning now by securing a quarterback who could become a future Hall of Famer and perform well in 2025 with this team, especially if the young offensive line continues to develop as we approach the next season. It's also essential to choose the right running back to establish a solid running game in Pittsburgh. Please leave a yes or no in the comments. Has your view of the moves become more positive now that you know this will not impact the compensatory picks expected for 2026? This will be the pinned comment for today's discussion. Soon, I will discuss a relevant topic, and in the meantime, feel free to leave your response. Now, let's talk about a sports action platform that offers a remarkable experience. You can download the app for free right now and join a vast community of members by signing up today. This platform introduced the Flex Play option, allowing you to withdraw your money even if your lineup isn't perfect. You can multiply your investment, even if one of your picks doesn't work out. This service prioritizes members, ensuring withdrawals are fast, secure, and protected. When my picks are successful, I can access my funds in just 15 minutes. Additionally, there are weekly promotions that can result in significant gains. The lineup might not be perfect, but it is possible to double your money even if one of your picks doesn't pan out. The platform prioritizes member security. When my picks are correct, I can receive my funds in 15 minutes. Moreover, the platform offers weekly deals that can lead to substantial payouts, like a promotion every Tuesday with discounts of up to 25% on selected player projections, further increasing the value of your lineups. Tomorrow, for baseball fans, will be an exciting day as it marks the opening of the season. My expectations for this important event include more strikeouts from pitcher Zach Wheeler, more hits, runs, and RBIs from Jackson, and more strikeouts from pitcher Garrett Crochet. For those wanting to get in on the opening day excitement, downloading the app today and using a specific code will guarantee an immediate bonus after making a minimum initial lineup. This initiative aims to enhance the user experience. The approach taken this year is notable, as it seeks to increase the number of compensatory picks for the 2026 NFL Draft, while acquiring players who were released by other teams or making trades for relevant assets. This strategy enables the team to aim for an immediate championship while preparing for the future. If the experiment with a key player in 2025 does not meet the expected results, the organization can quickly shift its focus to a rebuild. With a significant number of additional draft picks, there's an opportunity to integrate new talent into the team. Management has shown competence in the selection process over the past 2 years, opting for players who fit well. As next year approaches, it seems the franchise will be well-positioned in terms of draft capital to revitalize the roster with promising young players. If the team decides to trade key players, it will represent a significant change, but preparation for that eventuality seems to be underway. The team has substantial draft capital to revitalize the roster with new talent. If they choose to trade relevant players and truly decide to implement a full rebuild after a disappointing 2025 season, draft picks will be essential to execute this strategy effectively and begin the transition toward 2026. However, it is possible that, regarding the 2025 draft, the person in charge may look to trade some of the picks for 2026 to move up in this year's draft, knowing that compensatory picks are on the way for 2026. If a specific player starts to fall in the first round, it is crucial to be alert, as he is truly special. The team wants their offense to be led by a standout running back this season. It has already been mentioned that only 2 athletes have a high chance of becoming top-tier running backs in this year's class. One of them is a specific athlete, and the other is from a prestigious university. Therefore, if the chance arises to trade a 5th-round pick for next year or a 4th-round pick for next year to move up a few spots and secure a standout running back for the offense, this is a possibility the team will consider, as the running game is crucial to their vision for the offense. Thus, it wouldn't be surprising if the person in charge becomes more proactive and sends future capital to another football team to move up a few spots and secure their player. Additionally, these picks in 2026 increase the likelihood that the team will select a quarterback in the 1st round next year, especially if they opt for a full rebuild. If there is a change in leadership or if a disappointing performance leads to the release of a key player, a new quarterback will be necessary, and thus, a complete overhaul of this roster after the season will be essential. The Pittsburgh Steelers football team will likely opt to select a quarterback in the 1st round next year, especially if they decide to commit to a full rebuild. If they part ways with the current head coach, and if the quarterback has underperformed or been released, a new player for that position will be necessary. Furthermore, there will likely be a need to completely reform the roster, which could include trading veteran defensive players. In this context, selecting a quarterback becomes crucial, and it remains to be seen how high they can pick in the draft. However, the additional draft capital increases the likelihood that they will move up the draft order. A player known for his strong arm and currently playing in Pennsylvania may emerge as a legitimate candidate for the 1st round of college football next year. There are also other promising players who will be available and could be attractive options. Another athlete may enter the 1st round conversation depending on his performance next season. The team will have various quarterback options in the 1st round. Additionally, the excitement surrounding the draft in Pittsburgh next year makes the situation even more interesting, especially if the team is undergoing a significant change with a new coach. The prospect of selecting a franchise quarterback in front of local fans would certainly be an exciting experience. While there is hope that the current situation with the quarterback will result in a positive outcome and potentially lead to a championship, the team also has the advantage of compensatory picks in 2026, which may ensure their future quarterback and effectively begin to rebuild for the coming seasons. It would be interesting to gather opinions on the moves made so far during the offseason. The management's work has been commendable, including the acquisition of key players and a seemingly good position for future opportunities, while keeping the compensatory picks for 2026. The achievements during the offseason, such as the trade for a notable athlete and the arrival of a new player, are deserving of recognition. Their position to compete for the best options is strong, while maintaining the compensatory picks that should occur in 2026. The evaluation so far can be seen as positive. However, it's important to remember that there's still work to be done. Selecting the right running back in the draft will also be necessary, as well as finding the right defensive tackle. The work is not complete, but so far, the results have been reasonable, with the possibility of changes in the assessments. It's always good to emphasize that interaction is appreciated, so keep commenting. Tomorrow there will be a special event, and of course, if there are any updates, they will also be addressed. Therefore, stay tuned as updates may come at any moment. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A rumor has recently surfaced that could shake up the NFL in a major way. Tristan Wirfs, the star offensive tackle of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, might be on his way to the Pittsburgh Steelers. This isn't just a fleeting whisper. It's a potential game-changer for both teams. Could the Steelers be adding one of the most dominant offensive linemen in the league to their roster? The thought alone has fans and analysts buzzing with anticipation. Tristan Wirfs, a 2020 first-round pick, has already solidified his place as one of the NFL's top offensive tackles. The Iowa product has been selected to 4 consecutive Pro Bowls, and his performances have earned him a reputation for shutting down even the fiercest of pass rushers. After a stunning Super Bowl victory with the Buccaneers, Wirfs continued to dominate in the league, earning multiple All-Pro honors. But what would it mean for the Steelers if this powerhouse joined their ranks? The Steelers, known for their tough, physical style of play, could greatly benefit from Wirfs' exceptional blocking skills. Pittsburgh has been seeking to strengthen its offensive line, and Wirfs' ability to protect the quarterback while opening up running lanes is exactly what the team needs to take the next step. With quarterback Kenny Pickett's development being key to their future, adding a lineman of Wirfs' caliber could unlock his full potential and give the Steelers a much-needed boost. However, the road to acquiring Wirfs is not without its obstacles. The Buccaneers recently extended Wirfs with a record-breaking contract worth $140 million, making him the highest-paid offensive lineman in NFL history. This extension means any trade would be a costly endeavor for Pittsburgh, and the Buccaneers would likely be reluctant to part with their franchise player. But as rumors swirl, fans wonder, could the Steelers find a way to make it happen? As the NFL offseason continues, the possibility of Wirfs landing in Pittsburgh remains one of the most exciting and debated topics. For Steelers fans, this potential move represents not just a star signing, but a bold statement of intent. Will the Steelers pull off the impossible and secure one of the best linemen in football? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. This rumor has already sparked a fire of excitement in the Steel City. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.